Hello guys, Art-Teeves here. In this video, I'll show you the process of modeling a stylized fantasy flower. I won't be using subdiv or sculpting, so this flower may be considered a medium poly model. I start modeling by creating a sphere that has 5 edges and also the amount of edges between them, that is a multiple of 5. Then I use manual polygon modeling to create flower petals. I repeat the same process for each petal, giving them some details that break the overall symmetry. I do this by switching between local and world coordinate systems. I squeeze sphere edges that separate petals, activate edge constraints, and move vertices along their splines to get the shape I want. Then I apply the shell modifier to give our flowers some volume, reposition some vertices manually, turbo smooth the model, and delete all parts of unnecessary geometry. Make sure to make all elements thick enough to maintain the overall stylized look of the model. Now I scan the flower for some unnecessary geometry and remove it to reduce the overall poly count. Make sure to leave edge geometry intact and only remove insignificant side loops that won't affect your shading. I use the FFD modifier to form the final shape of the flower. I apply this modifier multiple times. I use the same approach to create leaves or side petals, not sure how to call them. The initial object is formed by using the FFD modifier and polygon modeling. Then I apply the shell modifier and 2 iterations of turbo smooth. Then I remove unwanted geometry, and finally I bend leaves by using the bend and FFD modifiers. Remember to only remove some splines that aren't crucial for your model's silhouette and shading. I copy a single leaf and rotate each copy by 72 degrees to make a full circle. I also detach and copy the bottom part of the flower and turn it into some kind of a flower bud that will support the flower itself and also leaves that surround it. It will also connect the flower to its stem. Once again, I use the combination of shell and turbo smooth modifiers, delete the unwanted geometry, and probably need to non-modified copy of the flower's bottom part. Then I create splines that connect side leaves to the flower's bud, give them some thickness, refine them, set their vertices to smooth, convert them to editable polygons, and merge everything together. I create a single object by detaching all intersecting parts, problining all of them together, fixing their topology, and attaching them back. Remember to try and make resulting polygons as close to square shape as possible. I use the same method to create inner parts of the flower. I set the initial shape by polygon modeling, add some edge loops, apply an FFD modifier, a shell, and a turbo smooth modifier. Finally, we refine resulting object and remove all parts of unwanted geometry and all edges that won't be seen by potential viewers. We give these decorative parts some inner elements made of spheres that have the same amount of segments as their edge loops surroundings. I give their hard edges a single chamfer and remove some unwanted geometry on their bottom parts by using the target weld function. Also, I use the FFD tool to shape them correctly. Finally, I copy this part 4 times and rotate each copy by 72 degrees. Decorative stalks are made from splines. Their buffs are made by extruding their tops. Remember to assign them different smoothing groups and don't give them too many side edges. I align all bottom parts of decorative elements together on the Z-axis and embed them into a single surface that is connected to the main flower. I create 2 leaves the same way I made petals. We form the initial shape by using the FFD modifier, bend its inner geometry via polygon modeling, apply a shell modifier and 2 iterations of turbo smooth. Then we remove all parts of unwanted geometry and use Bend and FFT modifiers to break symmetry and bend leaves the way we want. The shape of the flower's bulb is defined by multiple spheres that are merged together using a probuline tool. You can also use metables for it. Then, an automated retopology is applied. After we get the initial shape, we use the probuline modifier to carve an opening for our root and also to attach the base of our stem. I bend the bulb, apply an FFT modifier to it, and also use the melt tool to give its bottom a flat surface. Now I create a cavity for the root using simple polygon modeling and make the root itself by combining a smooth spline, a circle, and loft modifier. Finally, I increase the height of the stem, add some extra edge loops to it to make it look organic and uneven, and move leaves to their positions. I connect leaves to prime stem by using smooth splines and loft tool. I also detach all parts of intersecting geometry, blend them together, fix their topology and attach them back. Topology might not be ideal here, since we apply some organic noise that may conceal most imperfections. If you want to do everything flawlessly, you shall create a circle of vertices around the connection point and make all polygons as close to square shape as possible. Finally, I set all smoothing groups, reset transform, scale and X-form of the model, set its pivot point to the center of its bottom part, place it to 0, 0, 0 scene coordinates, scan it for n-gons, and use the 3ds Max XView tool to find some stuff to fix. As you can see here, I found some bugged isolated vertices that can be removed by attaching the model to some different object and then deleting that object. I also scan model for overlapping vertices and open edges. Thanks for watching, guys. In the next video, I'll cover the process of texturing this model. If you got any value from this video, be my guest and subscribe to my channel for more stylized content. And most importantly, have a great day!